want the ruling from the parliamentarian?
It was mentioned that we have a parliamentarian, but we have not heard from the parliamentarian. It would be very interesting and possibly educational to hear from our duly authorized parliamentarian before we move any further.
Okay, Representative Jim Patrick has agreed to be our parliamentarian this evening. So, Jim?
Thank you. I think clarification from Jonathan Parker would be helpful. That if you go by the Robert's Rules of Order, what's correct, the chairman can break the tie. And the chairman doesn't have to be a member of the delegation. So that's Robert's Rules. And that's what I assume we were following. That if Jonathan Parker can clarify it, that's okay.
So there's a motion that we deviate from the Jennifer?
If I can just speak on the motion very briefly. My concern with moving on, although it would be best in the interest of time, and I understand that, it really could influence the rest of the elections, because if one or the other did not were elected, that might influence who people chose to nominate for the vice chair and so forth. So I really think that that could influence the election, and we should finish the first election first.
We've got a motion.
Is there any further discussion on deviating from the agenda?
Did the motion get seconded?
Who seconded the motion?
Unless we second.
Beth Bryan. Beth Bryan.
Call the motion.
Okay. Seeing not all those in favor of deviating from the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
The chair is not in doubt. The motion fails. So we will just hang tight. Another announcement. When Shelley read the list of District 24, Vice Chair or Chairman of Legislative District 23 asked me to announce that everybody whose name wasn't read needs to be in Buell at the restaurant called that one place at 7 o'clock tomorrow for Legislative District 23 reorganization meeting. So.
Section 3.
I think you have to go back to Robert's Rules because this.
It says right here, County Delegate Assembly, voting on issues before the Assembly. Voting shall be by simple majority rule of voting on is in time. That's so clear.
Madam Chairman.
Yes.
If we could, please.
State your name, please.
My name is Patrick John, Fuel Precinct 1.
Okay.
I would invite the chairman to recuse herself from the vote, just on principle. We don't want a divided party here. If in good conscience you want to be elected as chairperson, it might be appropriate for you to call for another vote and not make the decision yourself.
Okay, point well taken. Thanks.
This says County Assembly, there is no question here. This says County Assembly, voting shall be by simple majority rule of the chairman voting on
Herb?
Madam Chairman, this is the most people I have ever seen out to the Republican Central Committee meeting in my 30-some years as a member. And it really inspires me to stay another 32 years. I want to humbly ask you, is if you don't get elected to a position tonight, that you stick the voyage out, because everybody has an important part to play. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Chair, I have a question.
Jennifer?
There was an objection to this vote and the tie, and I don't recall who that was that made that point. But I'm not sure I understand, because I'm looking at the county assembly rules, and the county assembly rules, which is what this meeting is, in Article 8, says specifically, the voting shall be by simple majority rule with the chairman voting only in the case of a tie. So I'm not sure what the problem is. It's right there in the county assembly rules, in the county bylaws.
We've been in contact, and the understanding is that the ruling goes back to specifically to the Twin Falls Republican Central Committee bylaws. That is the ruling govern of this body. Legal counsel has been consulted on this, and the understanding, specifically according to our bylaws, is that this is a special meeting.
Yes, it's a special meeting.